Hi everybody, I just wanted to say happy December. It is probably my favorite month out of the entire year, probably because it always seems so magical, what with the Christmas lights and the Christmas music, and it's kind of cold outside, so happy December, my favorite time of the year. I started December off by finishing a really great book that I actually had planned to read in November, but that book is called The Golem and the Jinni by Helen Wecker. This is an amazing book. If you love atmosphere, if you love to read about very distinctive places, this is the book for you. It is set in New York City in 1899, and it has an amazing cast of characters. It really blends two cultures very, very well. It has, of course, the two main characters, the Golem and the Jinni, and it tells, the novel tells a story of how they both come to New York, how their paths cross, and that's pretty much a neat summary of what the novel is about. The people they interact with, the lives they touch, but through it all is just a really interesting portrait of New York at the turn of the century, of the turn of the 20th century. You get to see a very specific part of New York, and I believe it's the Lower East Side. You get to see what they call Little Syria, and you get to see sort of the Jewish quarter in New York. So I've never been to New York, unfortunately, so my geography is probably really bad, but I really felt like I was there when I was reading this book. I felt present, and the characters are amazing. You have the Golem, Chava, who is created to be a man's wife, and that man dies on the ship to America. So Chava is a golem without a master. And supposedly, a golem without a master is supposed to just run amok. So, but she doesn't, and she is taken in by a rabbi who knows her for what she is, and who tries to figure out a way to have her live her life without being imprisoned again. And then you have the Jinni, who is discovered by a tinsmith. The Jinni, of course, was trapped in a vase or something, and the tinsmith goes to repair this vase and destroys some of the markings along the lid, and the Jinni escapes, and he is bound in his human form by an iron cuff on his wrist. And so the Jinni and the Golem are actually very different characters, and that's something that I really liked about them. The Jinni is a being of fire, and so he's very impulsive and very rash and very emotional, and he's very artistic. He does beautiful work with metals, not just tin, but gold and silver. He makes figurines, he makes jewelry. And then there's the Golem, who's a creature of the earth, who is very steady, very modest, who she becomes a baker's assistant. She is very grounded, not to make it a pun, and he is very flighty, and so they when they meet, it's like yin and yang. They are a perfect match for each other. And I really loved how they disagreed so much, but ultimately they really understood that the other brought a new perspective to their life. And I just loved it. I loved the way it ended. It really ended on an upbeat note. It was very atmospheric. There were good guys, there were bad guys, and it was just a fantastic book. So I would definitely give The Golem and the Jinni by Helen Wecker 5 out of 5 stars. Helen Wecker, 5 out of 5 stars. I can't say enough good things about this book, and I want her to write more, not necessarily about The Golem and the Jinni, but whatever she writes, I will continue to read her. So very excited about that. And so I hope you guys are having a great day. Happy December, and I will see you next time. Bye!